Hello and welcome to another episode of Poolzcast AMA. Today we are lucky to have the co-founder of Vinu Chain, Tyler. Welcome, Tyler.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Awesome. So, Tyler, we would love to know a bit about you. So, if you don't mind, please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what's your role in Vinu Chain.
Okay, great. Yeah. So a little bit about me. My name is Tyler. I go by the Big Popster on Twitter and on Telegram, everywhere else. Yeah, my background, I guess, a little bit about myself. My background is in economics, political philosophy. My role at VinuChain, I'm one of the co-founders. So there's three of us. There's myself, there's Milte, and then there is L1. We're all co-founders of the project. We've all worked with a bunch of DAG-based projects in the past, like Nano, some other, other prominent projects I don't want to give clout to right now. We started more recently Vinu, which is a fast and feeless meme coin. Now we're working on VinuChain.
Amazing. Tell us a bit more about the platform itself, the Vinu Chain. Of course, Vita people know very well, but what about Vinu Chain? What's the unique selling point you're offering with Vinu Chain?
Yeah, I guess the unique selling point in short would be that it is a fast and feeless EVM chain. Fast and feeless is something that we've always advocated for in crypto. We've worked with a bunch of fast and feeless projects. Of course, they all have the benefits, but they have some downsides as well. The projects that we've worked with. One of the issues has always been spam, because obviously with fast and feeless transactions, you're always at risk of overloading the network. You have bad actors that want to spam the network because of their own personal interests. So that's something that we're working on right now, fast and feeless, but also a unique anti-spam mechanism called proof of liquidity. So yeah, those are the unique selling points that we have a background in fast and feeless projects. So we've taken a lot of the lessons away from those projects and we're implementing that into our new chain, with a strong emphasis on security and anti-spam.
Perfect. I love it. Now, I guess you covered it to a good extent, but is there anything else you want to add in terms of the differentiation that you have in Vinu Chain with any other similar competitor in Web3?
I don't really want to call out any of the competitors, but in general, when it comes to DAG-based chains, most of them are not EVM compatible. So we're offering something really unique in that we're offering a determinably feeless experience on the chain. So for people that are staking on the chain, they get feeless transactions. And for people that are not staking, they have to pay a symbolic small fee. So this incentivizes participation on the network. And it also is unique in that we're, if not the first EVM DAG chain, we are one of the first EVM DAG chains.
Perfect. Now, I guess tell us a bit about the rest of the team. We would love to know about some of the other members of the team, some of your partners, and any backers or notable partners you want to mention.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's a great question. So I think most notably it's the other co-founders. So Milte or Taylor, we're brothers actually. He also has a background in economics, worked on tons of DAG-based projects like Nano, for example, which is quite well known. I think most people that are crypto natives know about Nano, fast and feeless currency. As well, Element, who also has worked on a bunch of DAG-based projects, done some projects here and there, advised other projects here and there, has a finance background. And then our CTO for the project, he has co-written papers with Ethereum Foundation. So we feel like our technical side of things for the chain is very well founded. We have a very strong team of developers and people that are leading, let's say, chain development.
Awesome. Excellent. Now, can you share a bit about your immediate and long-term, I guess, plans and roadmap about the Vinu Chain?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's hard to say, man. Crypto is always changing at such a rapid pace. Obviously, we want to bring fast and feeless to the forefront of crypto, because when most people think about crypto, they don't think of fast and feeless. They think about transaction fees on Ethereum. They think about latency when network usage goes up. So we really want to push the whole fast and feeless narrative and become a premier chain that people go to for transactions day to day, or building on the chain as well, because obviously us being EVM compatible, it becomes a lot easier for people to build on the network, especially people that are Ethereum natives. So yeah, just long term is to become a premier chain within crypto that has ease of use, and also that readily onboards non-crypto natives. Because the easiest way to onboard people that are not crypto natives is by a fast and fearless experience.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, jumping into the token itself, tell us a bit about the token. What is the key utility for it? Especially you're saying feeless, but how does it get the utility? Maybe a bit about tokenomics and why the investors should hold it.
Okay, sure, yeah. So obviously, VinuChain is going to be the governance and gas token for the VinuChain network. There's a lot of ways where you can get utility from it. Obviously, base level would be just fast and fearlessly or determinably fearlessly transacting on the network. It being EVM compatible as well has quite a bit of utility, the network itself. The token, if you want to become a validator on the network, you'll receive incentive for doing that. So incentivization for participation on the network, high APY, hopefully, which can be regulated based on network usage, based on the amount of validators. So these are some of the utilities for the token itself, and I think that it often gets overlooked. And I know I say it all the time, fast and fearless, but it often gets overlooked just how much of a utility that really is. Yeah, and also tokenomics. The tokenomics, I don't have all of them off the top of my head, all of the details, but on our website, VinuChain.org, you can find details on the tokenomics and why you should hold it. I'm not going to try to shill and say that everyone should hold it, but if you want a fast and fearless experience in crypto, you want something that's actually building you want a project that's building a viable ecosystem, a viable product and products like VenuSwap is a good example. It's a gasless DEX where you can transact with basically minimal trading fees and without any gas fees. We're building those types of products. We're building products that are actually usable within crypto. And if usage goes up on the network, you're still not paying any fees if you're staking on the network.
Awesome. Now, turning the question, how does the token lead to generation of revenue for you as a project?
How does the token lead to generation of revenue? It doesn't directly. Obviously, we have a portion of the tokenomics set out for TeamPay. Being vested, of course. So it doesn't necessarily do it directly, but we're going to be building dApps on the network that can be used on a subscription-based service or whatever else. And to be completely honest with you, like all of the projects that we've ever been involved with that we've launched, we've never taken much out of them. I mean, obviously, if the price performance is really good, that could be a form of token revenue generation for us. But in general, like it's quite minimal unless we're building dApps that generate revenue, which we do plan on doing. But there's no immediate plans of revenue generation. What we're just trying to do is trying to build a system where people can transact fast and fearlessly, get a good user experience, and be able to participate in the network through staking and becoming validators. And obviously, everyone on the core team is going to become validators on the network. So we'll also participate in the APY that's generated through being a validator.
Nice. Now, I guess next question is interesting for the community. They would love to know how and when do you have any community-related events, campaigns, any plans for them to be able to participate, maybe earn some of your Vinu tokens, and also any opportunity for them to test the product if it's happening right now or it will happen in the future, and any potential rewards associated with it.
So on testnet, we had a bunch of rewards or incentives for rewards by testing the network, or for testing network, I should say. That's already passed because we've already launched mainnet. Obviously, we're going to launch some campaigns, marketing campaigns potentially. When we get listed on big exchanges, there's going to be marketing campaigns for that where there will be giveaways. We're always doing AMAs like we're doing right now, where rewards are distributed to the community. And with VinuSwap, especially when we start onboarding projects to build on VinuChain, which should be at the end of this month or early November. There's going to be a ton of rewards and incentivization for that. So yeah, just being a part of the community. We have also Vinu Squad, which is sort of like our community of people that post and engage in the communities, or community moderators. They're also incentivized with rewards. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But testing the product essentially is already done for the public, and now we've already moved on to mainnet, and now we're just waiting to fulfill the IDOs on launchpads like Pools. Yeah, and then comes the listings and all the fun stuff.
Awesome. That actually is a good segue to the next question. So the IDO, as everyone knows, it's going to be on Pools on the 11th of October. So what is your plan post IDO? When is the listing, and any alpha or any information about the listing would you like to share?
I have to be careful that I don't give any inside information, but yeah, we do have listings planned, quite a few. 2 almost immediately after IDO, with quite big exchanges. One is already announced, Get.io. And then further down the road, we have some more plans post IDO. In terms of alpha, I would just say being the first, if not one of the first, if not the first EVM Feeless and fast chain. That's a big thing for crypto, and especially having the team behind it that we do. I think there's a lot of potential for growth of the network, and obviously price always follows product, or it should in an ideal world. And we believe in what we're building, and we've done that with the other projects that we've worked with, and I think that speaks volume about any project. If you have people that are working on the project and building products and consistently building even when the market's down or depressed, that says a lot about a product or a project, I should say. So that's my alpha. Find projects that have people that are building them, that actually believe in what they're building.
Amazing. Awesome. Now that wraps up the Q&A section. Before we wrap up the meeting as well, would you like to give us a bit more, any information you would like to share with the community about the project, something that you feel we missed and we want to share with your community, basically?
Yeah, I think the other big thing that we're pushing for shortly after IDO is we're going to start really onboarding projects to VinuChain, getting them to bridge or to build dApps on the chain. So we have about $7 million worth of VC that's dedicated towards incentivizing building on the network. So if anybody has any cool ideas to build dApps on our network, we've already got some guys from Nano that are looking to build on our chain. Some really cool dApps like unruggable liquidity. Yeah, we'd be open to talking, and I'd love to hear from you.
Amazing partnership opportunities. Awesome. So thank you very much, Tyler, for your time. It was a pleasure to have you and get a lot of insight about VinuChain for the community. I wish you all the best for the IDO on the 11th of October, and also for your listing following after that. And yeah, all the best for you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me.